Spiritual leader. If success in your life and in your business feels heavy, if money comes with pressure, if you can't seem to sustain what you create, this might not be your pattern. This might be inherited. Welcome to this oracle drop on the paternal line. There's a level of money, success, and leadership you say you want. But when you start getting close, something in you creates pressure or you collapse. You overwork, you overthink, you lose consistency, or things feel unstable or unsafe to continue, even when they are working. And it doesn't make sense because consciously you know you want to grow, but unconsciously you are still loyal. And you are not just building a business, you are negotiating with your lineage. And for many spiritual leaders and entrepreneurs, the deepest blocks around money, around power, and around sustainability come from the paternal line. The unconscious rules you inherit about what success requires, what money costs, what it means to lead, what it means to create systems and structure. So it shows up like this. You believe success has to be hard. So you create effort where simplicity could exist. You push instead of lead. You hustle instead of hold. Because the masculine energy you learned was rooted in pressure, not stability. I'll repeat that. The masculine energy you learned was rooted in pressure, not stability. And then you will stop at a certain level because surpassing your father emotionally or financially doesn't feel safe in your system. You receive money, but you don't sustain it. Because your system was never shown how to hold wealth with stability. And this is where it goes deeper. You struggle to create structure in your business. Not because we're not disciplined, but because structure in your body feels rigid, controlling, or heavy. And I invite you to breathe deeply into your heart so that you can release it. You can make peace with it. You can accept it radically. And it's safe. It's okay for you to observe it, accept, and release. And that means avoid structure completely. You stay inconsistent. Or when you force structure, you burn out. Breathe as I keep talking here. And here's the truth, spiritual leader. Structure is not the problem. Distorted masculine is. When your masculine is shaped by survival, structure feels like pressure. When your masculine is aligned with your soul blueprint, structure becomes support. Structure becomes relief. And then structure becomes natural. This is where your next level actually lives, not in more effort, but in creating systems and structure that are aligned with your soul blueprint. And I invite you here to structure that holds your capacity for money. Structure that supports your visibility. Structure that sustains your energy. And a structure that helps you stabilize your growth. And this is not about doing more. This is about becoming the version of you who can hold more consistently. Wow. So let me ask you, where are you still forcing instead of lead? Breathe. Where are you avoiding structure because it feels unsafe? And what kind of support does your business actually need to sustain your expansion? And that's the edge. That's where your next level is waiting. And this is the work that I do. Not just helping you make money, but helping you, guiding you, build the internal and external structure that can hold it. And for sure, I can tell you, you don't have a discipline problem. You don't have a strategy problem. You have an identity that doesn't yet feel safe holding structure, power, and wealth. And you don't need to work harder. You don't need to prove more. And you don't need to keep recreating the same patterns just because they feel familiar. Spiritual leader, you are allowed to build success without struggle. You are allowed to hold money, more money, without fear. You are allowed to lead without pressure. But that requires something deeper than strategy. It requires an identity that no longer feels loyal to the past and stabilizing the version of you that can hold power, that can hold money, that can hold structure in a way that actually supports your soul. And this is the work that I do. And inside Align to Thrive, the free membership for spiritual leaders, this is where we begin stabilizing your identity and building a business that supports your expansion and not collapses it. So you can stop recreating pressure and you start experiencing stability. And if this landed in your body, this is for sure your invitation for deeper work.